Pull off a miracle. The shot! He scores! Miracle delivered! 3-2.
Giroux holding, gets around in front. Goal!
Up top, cruising is Provorov. He scores! Ivan Provorov wins it in overtime. Game 7.
Hi there, and welcome to the Flyers Nation Show. I am your host, Alexa Ross. The Flyers have been far from full strength health-wise, but things are starting to turn around with Ryan Ellis and Kevin Hayes both returning to practice. Hayes could be returning much sooner rather than later, so that is really exciting. We'll have to keep an eye out on him. People expect that it'll be any time in the next week, which is super exciting to finally get him back in the lineup, especially with the offensive struggles that the Flyers have been dealing with for a little bit right now. But there is a lot of positive in the goaltending. Martin Jones really proving a lot of the haters wrong and all of that, especially with how he played in San Jose the last 3 years. Really tough. A lot of people weren't happy to see him in the net, but he's really been proving to be a great netminder for this Flyers team. Carter Hart looks like he's getting more comfortable as well. So hopefully, so long as the goaltending continues to trend in the right direction, everything else will follow. Having these guys succeed has been really, really helpful so far. But we are here to talk to the man, the myth, the legend, Bob Kelly, ahead of the Flyers Alumni Game on Monday. Check it out. Joining me now is Flyers legend Bob Kelly. Bob, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me on your show. I was excited to get here.
Absolutely. So the Alumni Game is coming up. How do you and some of the other guys prepare for a game like this?
Well, we don't sleep any longer, that's for sure. Now, mentally, you're there. We've been there, played there, been in front of all kinds of different crowds in different situations. And the guys just look forward to seeing with the guys. There's nothing like a locker room. And now we'll have obviously 2 locker rooms down there, but it's the bonding that you miss. It's the team spirit, the camaraderie that we have and we built. And one of the strongest NHL alumni is going. And it's all about the people just being people. And we've had great guys go through the organization.
My next question for you is about being a Flyers ambassador. What is your favorite part of something like that?
I don't much enjoy sitting in front of computers and that. My job is really out meeting people, greeting people, doing functions. And it takes me all over the place. I mean, we do school assemblies, we do hooked on hockeys, we do learn to play. We have the kids on sleds that will do the sled hockey. We have the power play wheelchair kids that we go out and we play with, and we have games and do things with. And it's just enjoyable. It's always different. You get to meet all the people again and again and again down here at the Wells Fargo Center on a game night. And just being part of so many different initiatives that we generate, it's really cool with different people. And I enjoy being out there and meeting people as opposed to sitting behind a desk with a computer.
What's it like being able to play hockey again in front of fans at the Wells Fargo Center?
Well, we shouldn't be booed. That would be nice. We're used to that in the other buildings and the other rinks and all that. But you know what? Just coming back here, obviously our generational people probably have a little harder time getting down here to the game, but that's when they can rely on their siblings to bring them down here. But we have such a great stack of guys coming back, from 67, which is Joe Watson, all the way through to current. And the guys coming back are phenomenal. I mean, to have Danny Bear for sure coming back, Brownie, Robert Esch, Gagne, Mark Howe, and the list goes on. So no matter what age you grew up in, there's players in there. If you follow the Flyers, you get a chance to enjoy. And it's really an affordable ticket at $35 or buy one of those expensive packages. And, you do the meet and greet, drink a beer with the guys or whatever. So a lot of cool things going on down here.
Speaking of cool things, what is that atmosphere like in the locker room before you guys hit the ice, especially with all of those different generations of players there and getting ready?
Well, it's usually everybody doing the ribbing. I mean, it's different if you're going out to play a hockey game. You get serious before, 5 minutes before you're going on the ice and you're thinking about it. But down here, you're just getting excited to skate in front of the fans. You haven't done that for a long time in a meaningful way. And now you get a chance to go out there and skate in front, have some fun. And the ribbing that goes back and forth between all these guys, bugging each other about their talent or lack of. So it's really cool to be part of that. And that's what you miss. Guys live for the locker room. You played female sports, I'm sure. You love getting in there. Everybody's doing a little needling and all that. So we take a ribbing for our hair, we take a ribbing for our clothing, we take a ribbing for our weight. So it all goes hand in hand.
With that, how does it feel being able just to see everybody again and get everybody in one place?
You know what, our alumni is very, very active. So this is only one opportunity that happens every few years and that. But, we do our annual golf outing that's out there. We have so many other events. We just finished with our Warriors. We won all 3 tiers, over this weekend with lots of games and teams. So it's just the idea. You love to compete. Right now, it used to be your body going 100 miles an hour and your head 10. Now it's reversed. So the bodies don't go as fast as you think you're going.
Is there an alumni, just a player or anybody that you currently talk to, that you talk to all the time? Any just regular conversations, or are you just kind of super plugged in with everybody?
Well, I think, as you go through a team atmosphere, you have people you align yourself with and people you do. I mean, obviously you're friendly with everybody, but Joe Watson was always a staple when I first got here, still lives here, was active here, just retired this year. I'm close with Billy Barber. We grew up a mile apart with our kids, our families, while we were both playing with each other. Clarkie's pretty close down here too. Paul Holmgren's accessible. So the guys are really, Danny Breer is awesome since he came on board with the alumni, and the rest of the guys that support the board do a great job. So we're kind of close to everybody, and you have 2 or 3 guys that you like to hang with a little bit more.
We're going to take it back now, just for the spirit of nostalgia, especially with the alumni game coming up. Let's start now going back to the Spectrum. Do you have any stories about fans from your time playing there?
You know what? We're built on stories. We're old. When it first started there, when Mr. Snyder first had that vision and opened up, I think the attendance was 5,500 people. And his children used to run around the second level up there because there's no people there. Then as a couple of years went by, we started to gain some momentum. They added that 3rd tier up there. And then, man, just things broke loose from there. We started to really perk. We got some different players in. The Flyers were always being pummeled by St. Louis Blues, Boston Bruins, Montreal. So Mr. Snyder said, enough of that. We're building a team that can go at that. So we thank those teams for our employment over all the years. It's very nice of them. And we had some tremendous wars with them. And we were also the first expansion team to win the Stanley Cup. So from 67 to 74, we were the first team to win the expansion team to win the Cup. So after that, it was just monumental. And it starts from the top down. Mr. Snyder, outstanding by himself. Keith Elm, great GM. They brought Freddie Shero in the fog. And we just hired great people. And they went for guys with good character and, that hard work, determination, and drive, things that motivate you to be the best you can be. Because if you don't win a Stanley Cup in your tenure while you're playing, then you haven't achieved. And that's what the ultimate goal is. And it's hard. And here we are 46 years later, still milking the 75 Cup.
Speaking of the 75 Cup, what was it like not only being on those Stanley Cup teams, but scoring the cup clinching goal against Buffalo?
You know what? Obviously, in the moment, it was great that you scored a goal, but you have to realize that it took a team effort to get you to that point to be able to go out and do your job. And that was just one goal of many that counted throughout all the series we did. And it's a teamwork out there. It's not one person. And if we don't win the Stanley Cup or win that game, anything can happen. So that goal is meaningless. So it's the idea. Yeah, it's there, but it's a team effort all the way down from management all the way through.
And my last question for you is, where did your nickname, the Hound, come from?
Well, I'm going to take you way back when you weren't born, back to 1970. So, the draft's different. Everything is different. I get a call from Keith Allen on the phone. Hey, Bob, we just drafted you. Congratulations. See you in a month and a half in Quebec City. So for training camp. And that was it. They were just inventing jets. I was on a Viscount prop plane. We never had any money, never flew anywhere. We were on the farm there. So anyways, fly to Quebec City, first day of training camp. I'm coming down the boards, and Joe Watson I had my head down. He went to hit me, and I just ran right over him like a Mack truck. And down he goes. He gets up, he's spitting, he's yelling at Keith Allen up. I don't know where the hell you got that kid from, but he said, you better sign him. The kid can go. So he said he plays hockey like a mad dog. And, back then you didn't get to stay too long. So the first year and a half, my nickname was Mad Dog. And I'm going, I'm out here doing kids or around kids, doing clinics stuff. I can't be called a mad dog. They think I need a distemper shot or something like that. So we switched over to Hound, and it's been Hound ever since. And everybody in that locker room, everybody that's there has a nickname. Because you shorten things down, you change them around. And, you don't have time to yell out a guy's name on the ice. So you just goes, whatever spontaneously kicks into your head. And so that's how I got the hound.
I love it. Thank you so much for your time, Bob. Have the best time at the alumni game, and we look forward to seeing you out there on the ice.
There you go. Thank you very much for having me, and good luck to you.
Thank you.